Hey everyone, I'm just going to do a quick update. I got a 3D printer a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Um, Makermade, new company to me. I bought a Maslow CNC from them. Had a great experience, love that thing. It's work in progress, but decided I was going to jump into 3D printing for fun since I have nothing to do during coronavirus season. And bought this 3D printer. It has been pretty awesome and pretty frustrating at the same time. So essentially, out of the box, it was packaged super well, went together super easy. Like this part went into that part and it was done. Within the first half hour or so, printing. First print was awesome. From there, just kept learning, files from Thingiverse and uh, figuring out slicers. Kara is what I settled on. Been having a good time with it. Overall, I do get some problems. This one right here, seemingly beautiful print, just randomly stopped. That happens pretty frequently for me. Talked to tech support. It's a problem with, there was a screw missing that holds this thermistor wire in place. So sometimes it just seems to lose the sensing of the temperature and the whole machine shuts off. When that happens, it does not give any sort of indicator on the screen as to why it shut off. It doesn't tell me low temperature. It doesn't tell me, what happened. It just turns off. And when that happens, the machine doesn't respond anymore. I can't home it, do anything else. I have to turn it off, reboot, start over. This stuff on the build plate, really hard to get off in some cases. Like this was from one of the very first prints I did. Can't get it off. Not a big deal. It doesn't get in the way of any printing or anything. Most of the time I can do some, get most of it off. The spool, these screws are tapped in here, so you don't get any potential options for replacing or putting this somewhere else without doing some sort of a manual workaround. Sometimes you can see my setup here. This catches on my dresser that I'm printing on, using as my desk. It's a spare room, so it's what I had available. That's not a big deal. That's just me. I got to watch that. Otherwise, went together super fast and easy. Underneath this sticker, I'm going to be peeling that off in the next couple days. I've got a Raspberry Pi coming, and I'm going to set up something called Octoprint, where I can have a camera that mounts on here. So this was a print off Thingiverse, where the camera will go in here, the ribbon will come out the bottom, it'll attach over here somewhere on the plate, and I'll be able to make it do some videos for me. Some of the prints that I've done the last couple days have been pretty awesome. This was one of them. A little tool holder. So again, some of these prints off Thingiverse, these are for Ender 3, and it would be mounted up here, which, because this is in the way, I can't use this one. This is supposed to hang off the side for the pliers. This one was for an Ender as well. Snaps right onto the bar, worked perfectly. The downside for this particular printer is it would interfere with the height of the Z-axis coming up higher. Again, so this is the second one of these I've printed. This is a smaller version. The first one had a 4-inch circle. It printed perfectly, looks wonderful, works wonderful. I just wanted a smaller inner diameter, which file already existed, so I just had to print it, set it up, 7.5 hours, and about 2.5 hours in, this is what happened, just stopped. And like I said, that's happened to me several times. I'm working on that. The Ender like I said, these little contraptions are for the Ender 3, these prints. So the Ender 3 has, probably one of the most files of options to print things and have them set up. The Ender 3 has this aluminum track all the way around here, so you can attach things in the front. This one's way more beefy, metal all the way around. It just limits what you can do with those types of prints. So what I'll probably do in the future is adapt this one to have the same, if this sits in the track at the top, I'll adapt this file to use this sort of bracket and just hang it from the top, and I think that'll do fine. 99% of what I print honestly doesn't go more than 6 inches up right now. So I'm not trying to do any big vases or anything extravagant. And if I have to, this thing does just pop off here pretty easy. No big deal. It's just nice to have it on there where I know everything's not jumbling up on my table. I've had absolutely no problems with the function of the XYZ, other than sometimes, like I said, when the machine loses connectivity due to the heat sensor, everything stops, which I'm guessing is a safety factor, and I'm not going to complain about that in any way, shape, or form. I'm just working on trying to get this guy working to where there's no problem with this thermistor wire. I'm going to make a separate video on that probably later today. So overall, Makermade, this is called the Maker 300. Really love it. Went together well. It functions great. It has an internal area for the Raspberry Pi. Again, later today, I'm going to be taking this cover off to put my Pi in there. Pi should be here today or tomorrow. So when I do that, I'll do some videos of what's going on inside as well. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks for watching.